am so honored to accept this award. It really means a lot to me and the entire staff here at the County Library to be recognized by the Utah Library Association. You know, for over 2 decades, our priorities and strategies have focused on making a positive difference in the lives of the people that we serve. And standing here at the Kearns branch, our newest building, really exemplifies and showcases our commitment to community. This new building is truly a gem, with a large popular collection, great study spaces, a wonderful kids area to foster early learning, an invigorating and engaging teen area, a kitchen that facilitates the delivery of healthy after-school snacks and culinary literacy programs, and a fabulous Create Lab with the latest technology, a recording studio, even a bike repair station. You know, as wonderful as this building is, it's not the best thing about our library system. The very best thing about the Salt Lake County Library System is the staff, who either in person or online deliver programs and services every day to help people read, create, learn, play, and connect. All of our services and all of our programs, all of our successes, and all of the accolades are made real because of a talented staff and a dedicated board of directors who serve with passion and purpose. Together we can rise to meet any challenge. We serve with integrity, we embrace change, and we value diversity, inclusion, and equity. And we welcome everyone through our doors because we know the value of the library is not reflected in the millions of transactions that we report every year to the state library. Instead, it's the hundreds and thousands of people that we touch and the lives that we transform. Thank you.
"17 years ago, I met with the Beaver Public Library Board to volunteer to plan and execute a storytime program. Currently, there were no programs being held at the Beaver Library, and I wanted to share my passion for reading with the children of Beaver City. The reality, I just wanted a program in the library for my own kids. I never dreamed that the simple volunteer opportunity would become a career that I love. In 2018, the Beaver Library received LSTA funds for a Technology for Tots program. Through this program, we've been able to provide tablet technology to children who do not have access to technology at home. Each month, I visit daycare, Head Start, and preschool centers to circulate the tablets. And because of this program, I had educators and caregivers reach out to me for the need for technology in their after-school programs and special needs classrooms. So in 2019, we wrote a second LSTA grant to expand technology in education. We now currently have about 90 tablets that we circulate through these organizations each month. During the summer months, we get the reward of seeing the students come into the library and check the tablets out, and we enjoy watching the digital literacy in our community grow. All that I've accomplished at the Beaver Library would not be possible without a wonderful staff that's willing to buy into crazy ideas, from art programs to assisting with COVID-19 vaccination registrations, my kids who would always test my programs before I wrote them out, the State Library for all the training and the encouragement, and ULA for the professional connections I've made the last few years. I look at all the amazing librarians in the state and the services and programs that you provide, and I cannot fathom how I rank among you. I want to thank the librarians that have helped me on my journey, and to those of you that I have not met yet, I can't wait to connect with you. So many of my ideas and inspiration come from you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a great virtual conference. I cannot wait to see you all again in 2022. Thank you so much for this award. I am so honored and so appreciative of it. I think, like so many people who receive these awards, I really don't see this as something that belongs to me, but really a reflection of the great teamwork that's been happening among all the people who are involved in ULA advocacy. So some of you might remember a speech that I gave at this conference in 2018 now, where I talked a little bit about building trust in our communities and then turning that trust into legislative support. Well, the truth is, at that time, I really had no idea what that would look like in practice. It has been an exciting and informative road over the past 3 years, figuring out how to increase our library advocacy efforts in Utah, how to build those strategic partnerships with other cultural organizations, and how to foster those relationships with our elected officials so that they can understand the exciting and important work happening in Utah libraries. I'm going to try to quickly roll through my thank yous because there are so many people that I want to thank here. Thank you, of course, to Cassandra and the ULA Awards Committee. I know these can be really tough decisions, and I so appreciate your work. Thank you to the Utah Library Association for providing a platform where we can work across the state and across different kinds of libraries. ULA remains my favorite professional association, and the reason for that is just the great people involved, full stop. Thanks to Alfred Nowdude, my Library Day on the Hill co-chair. You have been an absolute joy to work with, both in person at Library Day on the Hill in 2020 and in our virtual efforts in 2021. And I can't wait to work with you again to organize Library Day on the Hill 2022. Thank you to the ULA Advocacy Committee and for our partners at the Utah Cultural Alliance, UALC, UELMA, and the Utah State Library. Thanks to my family, Robert, Aiden, Harper, and Ashton, for being just continually supportive in all the work that I do. And most of all, thank you to my advocacy guru and partner in crime, Peter Bromberg. We are so lucky to have Peter in this state to guide our advocacy efforts, and I truly could not imagine doing this work without him. So again, thanks to everyone for this award. It means so much to me, and I just hope you all have such a great conference.
I am truly so grateful for this honor. It is a great honor. I don't think that there is anything in a city that is as universally a blessing than a library. It blesses all of economic strata. It blesses everyone that's able to walk into the library, and sometimes even those who can't do that. It's a great blessing, this great archive of knowledge. I have to tell you that I would never accept this on my own. I accept it on behalf of all those women who have tirelessly worked with me in order to bless the library. We started a little over 30 years ago trying to earn money for the new children's library in Orem, because Orem was running a tremendous program for children, but there was really no space for them, and there were about 12 women, which grew to about 24, who worked for years to make sure that that library became a reality. And they have done the same thing in pursuing the dream for the auditorium, which is now connected to the library. I am pleased to be with them as a member of the Timpanogos Storytelling Institute and all of us friends of the Orem Public Library. Thank you for this great honor. We are honored, and we are blessed to have had the opportunity to work with such a fine institution. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Thayn, and I'm an adult services librarian.
I'm Shelly Ward, a youth services librarian.
And I'm Elizabeth Weaver, a youth services librarian. We all work for the Taylorsville branch of Salt Lake County Library Services. Thank you for recognizing us with this award. We know that librarians in our system across the state and the world were doing similar programming and outreach. We are impressed and inspired by the creativity of our fellow Utah librarians.
2020 was a challenge for all of us, and we're grateful for each other as a team because we capitalized on our strengths in order to modify our programming. Even during curbside service, we tried to connect with our patrons by providing different activities for each visit.
Shelly brought in virtual lecturers from around the US and Canada, and Ellen worked with each of them to present to our patrons.
Elizabeth stayed connected with our local schools and partnered with teachers to do virtual book talks. And we all had a great time creating digital escape rooms, I Spies, and other challenges. We loved watching them go out to over 12,000 users from around the world. We'd like to start by thanking our branch manager, Cindy Smiley, for supporting us and giving us the space we needed to try new things, and our coworkers and our family members for testing each new escape room.
We were inspired by librarians across the country. We would like to thank Sydney Krawick of the Peters Township Public Library for sharing her Harry Potter digital escape room, which got the ball rolling, and Sammy Neiman of the Sun Prairie Public Library for partnering with Ellen to compile a national list of digital activities. We would also like to thank all the lecturers willing to share their expertise over the last year, and a big thank you to all library staff for supporting each other this past year.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Colleen Agate. I just want to thank the Utah Library Association and expressly Daniel Mockley for giving me this award. It's a great honor to be able to receive the award, and it's even a greater honor to have been able to work with all of you over all of these years. I first started in Utah's libraries in 1989 and have worked in a variety of roles. I've worked at a city public library, a county public library, a special library, and for quite a few years at the Utah State Library. And through all of these different roles and times, we have been able to do so many different things together. So I have prepared a short series of clips so that we can walk back and remember some of the great things we've done together. But thank you, everyone, just for being there, for being the wonderful librarians that you are. And all I want to say is, if I can do it, then you can too.
Barbara's career in libraries has been rich, exciting, and varied. She began at the UVU Library as a page in 1999 and worked her way up to librarian while finishing degrees in elementary education and library science. There she was mentored by Judy Robertson and Kim Reich. Big thanks to them for their continual encouragement and support. As her children grew, Barbara switched to school librarianship so that her schedule would match theirs. She started at the Fort Harriman Middle School Library in 2007. She enjoyed interacting with students, developing friendships with colleagues, and the wonderful mentorship of Principal Mike Soroy. In 2010, Barbara became the District Library Media Specialist for Canyon School District. She managed 43 school libraries, 58 paraprofessional staff, and 12 librarians. She is thankful for the continuous support from colleagues and family during this unique time of challenge and unprecedented growth. After years of activity in professional organizations, she became the president of the ALA Library Instruction Roundtable in 2013. This gave Barbara the opportunity to meet amazing librarians and leaders from all over the United States. Also in 2013, she became the executive director of the Utah Library Association and has served in that office until this year. Here she has sharpened her web skills and interacted with librarians throughout the state. She says, "I am in awe of the passion and professionalism that I have witnessed on a daily basis since I began. Each ULA president and board member were unique, selfless, and patient with me as I juggled my many tasks and learned under their guidance." Without any children at home, Barbara discovered many service and charitable opportunities. She helped serve the homeless with Soul Food USA and care cuts. She volunteered for international organizations such as Happy Feet, Room to Read, and Hope Humanitarian. These service opportunities brought her to the mountains of Nepal, the ruins and splendor of Peru, and an orphanage in Belize. In 2016, Barbara met the love of her life at a literary conference in New Orleans, which meant a move to Eastern Washington. There she has worked in a public library and driven a bookmobile. Now she runs a specialty library on a nuclear cleanup site whose collection focuses on atomic history. Barbara says, "How fortunate I have been to have the opportunity to learn so much from so many talented, professional, and kind people throughout my career. Thank you. Your actions, your service, and your dedication to lifelong learning truly makes a difference."
Oh, hello, I didn't hear you come in. Life moves a little bit slower now that all my work meetings can be done wearing sweatpants with a shirt and tie. I believe that's called the Zoom mullet. It's business up top, but it's all a party down below. I imagine that you're here from the Utah Library Association? Whoa, friend, that's far enough. I'm still social distancing. You're here for me to tell you the tale behind this, I imagine. Ah, yes. My Special Recognition Award. I got this at the 2021 ULA conference. That year, they recognized me for my service to ULA in various positions, including when we had to make some tough decisions about canceling the 2020 conference due to the COVID pandemic. Here's a little secret, though. I was surrounded by good, hardworking, capable people the whole time. Liz Gabatas, this year's program chair, was a fantastic vice chair and has put together a unique conference that I imagine was harder to coordinate than any other. Dan Mockley, Tegan Eastman, Vern Waters, Rebecca Cummings, Shane Wallace, Dan Compton, Patrick Herschel, and others all led me by the hand and showed me the ways of ULA. It was the definition of a group effort, and I'm honored to have worked side by side with so many amazing leaders. Libraries truly are the heart of our communities and Utah in general. Through this whole crazy year, we didn't take time off and still chose to serve each of our communities in the face of a global pandemic. Like superheroes, you all still showed up, even when the future was uncertain. Wherever we were, whether in person or at home or a Wi-Fi enabled cave, we all had to figure out how to still teach, guide, serve, and assist a wide population with very hard opinions on things both good and bad. I don't think we consider that enough. Just keeping your sanity over the last 15 months is an achievement in true grit. So thank you so much for this award. I started serving with ULA as soon as I could, first volunteering with the conference committee and then with the program committee, and I hope to continue long into the future. It's a wonderful organization filled with the very best people, and every once in a while they give you a trophy that may or may not look like my son's karate award. I hope I've kept enough of my germs from you that you can go in peace. Maybe someday soon we can share a meal again, talking shop in a convention hall where we don't 100% remember all the names at our table. Oh, you can show yourself out. I do love French neoclassical architecture.